You know what? She's right. We should believe in the science, like the science from Johns Hopkins, who found that children who had high exposure to Tylenol in the womb were over 3.5 times more likely to later be diagnosed with autism. Or the scientists from Harvard, who released a systematic review of 46 studies that found a consistent association between acetaminophen exposure and autism. Those same scientists, by the way, discussed their findings with RFK Jr. We could also look at statements from Tylenol themselves, saying that they don't recommend taking Tylenol while pregnant. Now look, these studies didn't prove that Tylenol causes autism. We only know they're associated. And that's what Trump said.
Tylenol during pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism.
He was on script when he said that, and that was the nuanced, appropriate thing to say. And then he went off script.
And I want to say it right now. And, you know, the way I look at it, don't take it. Don't take it. There's no downside in not taking it.
That was a leadership error. He made a medical recommendation with too much confidence and too little nuance. Because here's the thing. High fevers are also associated with autism, and Tylenol reduces high fevers. Trump overstated his case. And with that said, is that the biggest issue here? Is the most important thing what Trump said to us or what Tylenol might be doing to kids? Right now, we only have proof of correlation, not causation. And here's the thing. Proof of correlation often precedes proof of causation. Before we knew that smoking causes cancer, we knew that it was correlated with cancer. We may later discover that Tylenol isn't just correlated with autism, but causing it. So in the meantime, maybe it makes sense to just let people know by putting a warning label on Tylenol, which is exactly what RFK is recommending. And while we figure this out, it definitely doesn't make sense for pregnant women to be downing Tylenol for TikTok and endangering their babies for a political stunt. But you know what I think is going on at a deeper level here? These media outlets and social media influencers just don't like Trump. And that's understandable. But think about this. Should the headlines all be about how Trump said what he did? Or the fact that millions of pregnant women have been relying on Tylenol for decades and potentially inducing autism in their kids? Should the focus be on what Trump said or what Tylenol might be doing? Both matter, but what should be in the headline and what should be in paragraph 3? What exactly is the priority here? And shouldn't we all be pleasantly surprised that rather than RFK looking to score political points by making this just about vaccines, he's identified Tylenol as a potential cause? I mean, who expected that? Isn't that a sign that he's not some crazy anti-vaxxer the media claims, but he's actually hunting real autism causes, even if it's not vaccines? And shouldn't we be happy that we have anyone in office willing to challenge Big Pharma, which makes over $10 billion a year from acetaminophen? The US has among the highest recorded autism rates in the world, and 3 times the global average. Shouldn't we be celebrating that someone, anyone, is willing to question all assumptions? But when Trump says something, people focus more on the messenger than the message. That's a logical fallacy called motivated reasoning. Starting with your feelings about a person, then looking for facts to justify those feelings instead of weighing the facts first. And that's what's driving these pregnant women to down Tylenol on camera. Not because they need it, but because they need likes. They're more focused on who is solving the problems rather than the problems they're solving. This level of bias is crazy, and it's also dangerous. If you want help understanding what's happening and what to do about it, I just released a new essay on my Substack. Subscribe at the link below, and I'll see you there.